Hey everyone, Dominic here with the Raving Hordes Game Club in Saskatoon. This time I'm bringing you guys Game 3 of the Canadian Open. The third battle was in Circle with Capture the Flags. I ended up playing against one of our local Warriors players, so our lists are fairly simple and fairly used to each other, but let's get right into it. For my deployment, we've got some Barrow Knights, Shrieking Horror, Zombies, Skeletons, the 3 Bat Swarms, the Barrow Guard with Halberds, and over there we've got the Vampire Knights with Vampire Courtier, and way over here we've got a Varkalak. For the Warriors, I believe he's got some Marauder Horsemen up front, some Barbarians in the back, some Feldrax, a Giant, Big Brother Giant right there. He's got a character on a Chimera. He's got a, what are they, Exalted right here. Can't remember what they're called. Beside that, he's got a Forsaken Beast. I'm not sure what they are. I'm not too up to date with all the warrior stuff. Behind that, he's got a big brick of warriors. Beside that, he's got some Chosen and some dogs and 2 warrior chariots. Vampires took turn 1, and we kind of, I think there was a Vanguard move up here with the Varkalak, and yeah, like I said, Vampires took turn 1. So first thing, after that Vanguard, he moves up to the far flank over here. The rest of the army kind of shifts forward. Both the Shrieking Horror and the Zombies kind of stay in place. The Knights move up over there to get in spell range. Go into magic. We did 3 individual wounds to dogs, and they panicked and the 2 ran off. Healed up raised a bunch of wounds on the skeletons to beef them up. And that's pretty much it. So into Warriors turn 1, that's his random move. He goes up. The dogs flee off the table. I don't think I took very much for moving, because he didn't do too terribly much. He did move up his entire left flank, and these chariots, he threw 1 back and 1 forward. Magic phase. That's a better picture of the movement phase there. In the magic phase, I believe he cast the Rot Within on my unit of Barrow Guard. Yeah. He also did Smite the Unbeliever and lowered my resilience. And that was pretty much it. So into turn 2 for the vampires, I declare a charge here against the chariot, and we declare a charge there against the horse. That one makes it in, that one makes it in. Over here the Varkalak spins around to get out of arc of this other chariot over here. And I think that was taken out of turn there, but turn 2. Here's one that I wasn't really sure what to do with the Shrieking Horror, and then I just kind of said, well, we'll just throw him up here and see what he can do. I knew he was going to die horribly, but I thought I could maybe loosen some wounds off some stuff here right away. Magic phase. I cast the Rot Within on his giant, I believe. He's got another spell on his giant. I don't know what that is. And I raise a unit of zombies up front. Over here we put 3 wounds on the... Yeah, just 3 wounds, surprisingly enough, on the Feldrax. We wipe out the chariot, and I actually just stayed put. We wipe out the Marauders, and we overrun. And that's what the table's looking like as we go into Warriors turn 2. So he's got the Giant and those Feldrax declared a charge. Those Chosen declared a charge against the flank of the zombies, and his Exalted there went into the front. I believe he went into the front. On the other side of the table, I believe his chariot charged my knights as well. Yep, makes it in. And the random move fell short to get this guy in the side. And this guy just kind of moves up, as well as the sorry, what are they? The warriors there just kind of move up to the center there. That's kind of what things are looking like. We go into magic. He does smite the unbeliever again. I believe this time he just did, or he did the random. He got the strength. Puts 2 wounds on me. I put a couple wounds on his Feldrax. Over here he wiped me out. Repivots. Over here he did some wounds. I did a couple wounds to him. I don't think I took a picture of it, but in this combat I did do a couple wounds. He did a couple wounds back. I crumbled out, and the giant overran, and I believe the Feldrax pivoted on the spot. Yeah, so that kind of looks like that as we're going into turn 3 for vampires. So we declare a charge here. He thought about it and decided just to flee off the table, so this, to make sure he gets the flank charge on those Barrow Knights. Over here I declare a charge on the rear of that chariot, make it in. And up here I declare a double charge against the chosen in the center there. We go into magic phase. I think I healed a knight wound. We raised the unit of zombies. We did the Rot Within, and I believe we put that on his unit of chosen up front. And that was it for magic. We go into combat. Must have skipped a picture here. My knights and Varkalak wipe out his chariot, and they pivot on the spot. In the center one here, I ended up winning by I think 4, and he passed his leadership check and stuck around. 3 or 4, either way, he managed to stick there. So his turn 3, this all comes in. Those warriors go to take care of those zombies. The Feldrax go into the flank of the Barrow Knights, and that's pretty much where we're looking at. Going to magic phase, he gets a big one. He casts the Rot Within on my Barrow Guard again. That's what that dice there is for. And the 3 dice, he brought down the Wrath of God. He cast it there. Goes into combat, wipes out the Barrow Knights, no problem, pivots on the spot. We go into this combat in the center here. He put 2 wounds on my Barrow King. My general and his general are locked in a challenge. He put 2 wounds on me. I didn't do a single wound to him. We beat up on the unit in front, but they beat up back, and I'm down quite a few guys. And I actually put a wound on this guy. I think I actually put 2 wounds on this guy as well, surprisingly. But we're stuck right there. Over here, they wipe out their zombies, no problem, and they decided to just stay put. So now we're going into turn 4 for vampires. I didn't really have too much that was going to be worthwhile here to charge or even really move. I did move up the knights, and I moved up the Varkalak way into that forest, like so. And yeah, that's pretty much it for movement. I actually moved the bats all back from the Wrath of God marker there. We go into magic phase. Wrath of God got a token. I cast Spectral Blades on my Barrow Guard. I think that was pretty much it. I don't think I managed to get any of the Arises off. He stopped both of those. And yeah, we go into combat. This one, I guess. He wipes out, crumbles out the skeletons, which kill the general as well. As you can see, he ends up doing this kind of a thing here in his next turn. So both of these characters were out, just kind of sitting up the front. He's down to just a few models, but I'm also down to just a few here. Yeah, that was pretty much it for my turn. In his turn, like it looks, this guy ran and moved into the zombies. This guy came into the flank. This guy just went around the side. That's kind of what the table's looking like there. We go into magic. He does Smite the Unbeliever on these guys. I think he did Resilience. And then we go into, actually this one we kind of forgot, and we did a little bit backwards. I issue a challenge. He accepts with his character. He kills me. He kills out the unit. I do wounds to him. We rolled for the Wrath of God because we kind of forgot to do that at the end of his magic phase. It came down and finished off his unit. I think there was maybe one wound left on it, but finished off his unit. So my unit's gone, his unit's gone. His character, I think, suffered a wound, but was on the winning side of combat, so just gained a wound back. This guy over here fighting the zombies picks off a few. I didn't do anything back. We're going to be over there. And that's what the table's looking like as we go into Vampire Covenant turn 5. So Vampire Covenant turn 5, I think I declare a charge from the Varkalak into his guy on a Chimera. He made it in. Over here, I declared a charge against that warrior block, I think. And I actually failed the charge, so I'm just sitting out there. We're going to magic. We got Spectral Blades, so I've got the reroll failed to wounds and lethal strike on him this time. And I think that was it for magic. He stopped my arises, or my single arise, and that was pretty much it. We go into combat. This guy keeps fighting the zombies, picks off a bunch. I didn't do any wounds to him. Over here, I did 2 wounds to him. He did 2 wounds to me. He passes his check. I make a vampiric roll and I get one of them back, and we're right there. So his turn 5, he brings a warrior block into the flank, and this guy into the front. Moves the Feldrax up. Goes into magic phase. I don't think magic did anything. Wipes out the Varkalak, no problem. Fights the zombies down to this, I believe. And I don't think I took, oh yeah. Killed, challenged me out, killed me off, crumbled the unit, and that's pretty much it. My turn 6, I finished crumbling here, and I believe my bat swarms all crumbled out as well, second time around. But he did move up just to make sure everything was dead in his turn 6. So yeah, that was, at the end of the battle, that's what he had sitting there. I didn't manage to take very much points off of him at all here. Tried to break through his center there right away, but you know, he managed to stick around. So game ended up 20-0 for him. So that's 3 hard losses there right off the start at the end of day 1. So we got 2 more games coming up on the second day, and hoping I can do a little bit better the second day, and hopefully my dice turn around as well. Again, hope you guys enjoyed the battle, and stay tuned for the next one.